Hello, gang, and welcome to the Father's Day edition of the BLAMB Dino Jam. Today is Sunday, February. It's actually June 15th. So, let's see, what's new? Well, today is Father's Day. We celebrated my dad this morning, and we went out to lunch, and we gave him a gift and a couple cards, and it was pretty neat. Um, in retrospect, or hindsight, whichever you prefer, I probably didn't give my dad the best gift on the planet. You see, I'm leaving for Alaska in 6 days for those of you who haven't watched any episodes prior to this, and I'm going out there into the middle of nowhere for 3.5 months. And me and my sister were trying to think of a gift to get my dad, and my sister came up with a really good idea. So on Monday, we went to Walmart and got my dad Into the Wild, a story about a young man who goes into the wild of Alaska and dies. Probably not our best option. But in any case, he seemed very happy to have it, and so that's what really matters because if he enjoys it, it's all good. Doesn't matter if he gets the idea that I might die in the wilderness of Alaska. Other than that, today was pretty boring. My sister actually ended up getting a job in Pennsylvania at a camp, so they're taking her there right now. I got to stay home because I got a weird stomach thing going on. But I've pretty much just been sitting around the house watching movies and doing nothing for the last 4 hours. Um, on top of that, I've also been packing. I realized that to go to Alaska, and if you're going to be in the middle of nowhere, you actually do need to plan ahead what you're going to pack. And for 3.5 months, you need a lot of crap. Stuff you wouldn't really think about, especially since it's summertime here. I'm going to have to bring a lot of long sleeve stuff, Under Armour, long underwear, shotgun, etc., etc. So that's one thing that I've done today that's actually been somewhat productive. Also, involving my trip, this is something that people find a little whacktastic about me. I actually have no plans on staying in any hotels for the first 2 weeks, which are the 2 weeks I'm going to be bumming around the state of Alaska. I've set it up so that I'm actually going to be sleeping on the couches of individuals willing to give up their couches. So I'm just going to put a little advert out there. For anyone who's watching, go to the website couchsurfing.com, spelled just like it sounds. It's basically a network of individuals around the planet. It's a global group set up so that you can go out there and be like, hey, I'm going to be traveling in your area. I'm a poor college student who just got out and is just trying to see the world, and I need a place to stay for a night or a week. Depending on some people's schedules, they'll actually let you sleep on their couch. They'll show you the sights. You get to learn a little bit about the culture more than you would learn if you were on your own, and it's really just a really great experience to see the world from a different perspective. It's like getting the hometown tour from a friend, but this is a friend that you've just met, and you're going to be sleeping on their couch or on their guest bed or possibly on their floor. Um, and from my perspective, this is probably one of the coolest things that the internet has come up with in a long time. I've actually been a member of it for about a year and a half, and I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. But it did help me meet a bunch of new people right in Albany. I've actually met some people that were on couch surfing when I was down in Belize, but I didn't couch surf with them. And I'm going to be surfing at least 3 couches the first 2 weeks that I'm in Alaska. So I'll definitely give a report on how that comes out and let you know if I get murdered. Actually, I probably won't let you know if I get murdered because I would be dead. I just figured that I'd make a vlog. I mean, it's really not even going to be a very point-filled one, but I figured, oh. So, I've been hanging out with a new group lately. It's actually a bunch of guys and girls that a guy that I went to college with went to high school with, and we live in the same area pretty much. So he introduced me, and now I hang out with him on a regular basis. And this week we've literally hung out every single night of the week. Between kayaking, going out, went to wing night, went and saw a movie, went out bar hopping. And then last night we went to a block party at a place called Katie O'Byrne's, which is right down in downtown Schenectady. And it was actually a really good time. The only downside was it was a $10 entry fee, and we really just stood around for a while. I wasn't really drinking because I had to drive, so just kind of standing around. There ended up being a couple good bands, so we stood outside and listened to them. And fortunately, the rain stopped long enough so that it didn't really suck that bad. But the weird part was seeing old high school classmates around. Like, I thought that most of them were out of the area, and unbeknownst to me, there was a large number of them that were mulling around there. I counted 9 off the top of my head, and made eye contact with all of them briefly, but avoided any verbal contact because I don't think many of them liked me before. So I figure, what's going to change that now? The part that did make me laugh though is I've lost weight since high school, and a large percentage of them have gained weight, and that actually made me feel really good about myself. I know that I shouldn't revel in the agony of others, but you take what you can get sometimes. So avoided almost all of them, and then on the way out, figuring, okay, I'm out of the gates, I'm not going to see anyone. I run into 2 people that I graduated with who didn't recognize me at first. They recognized one of the girls that I was with because they were also friends with her. And one of them, Jordan, who I went to high school with, she did notice me and was like, "Oh, Ben Lim," we hugged. She was been working down in Texas or something. So said hi. It was really cool to see her. But she was actually the only classmate that I made verbal contact with. Um, and if she hadn't said hi to me and I didn't recognize her in passing, I probably wouldn't have even said hi. Nothing against her by any means. I'm just lame like that. You know what? I've been thinking about this. Why do we waste water on cleaning dishes? It okay, yeah, germs are one thing, but that only really matters if you're sick. Because if you get exposed to the same germs everyone else in your household has, then you're not going to get sick. I mean, you'll get sick if one of them is sick, but if they're not sick, then you just build up more immunity in the first place. So I've taken this to heart, and unbeknownst to my family, I've been drinking out of the containers in the refrigerator without actually using a glass. I really hope that they don't watch these videos because they might get a little upset. But I don't get sick that easy, so normally I'm not going to be the one infecting them. But I don't see the point in dirtying the glass at midnight when I just want a quick sip of OJ or a quick gulp of milk. Um, Whatever. Don't be hating. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for this Sunday, June 15th, not February 15th. I'll probably, like I said, I was only going to make one more before I leave, but being that I'm kind of in one of those moods where I just kind of feel like yakking at my computer because I don't have anyone else to talk to, um, I'll probably end up making a couple more before I leave. So you have that to look forward to. And if you don't want to watch them, then don't watch them because the hell if I care. Toodaloo. Don't you think I'm sexy?